Hello Internet, today is Friday, November the 25th. If I'm not mistaken, you guys had Thanksgiving yesterday and I'm sure it was wonderful, all the turkey. Today is the annual stomp everybody to get to my deals at Walmart or Target day, also known as Black Friday, up here just known as Friday. So we all know what I got here. We are now looking at the Infinity Decks. I got the Infinity Decks yesterday. And I had a really nice video all set up and ready to go. And I don't think I'm going to be using my webcam anymore. It's just not... It's not what I would call quality video with the stupid autofocus and the blurriness and all that. At least with my Samsung camcorder, even the cheapy version, it stays in focus. It gets some good detail. So I'm scrapping that. We're not using that. And probably we're going to be, being videotaping upstairs more often, just because it's daylight. It's the light is much nicer up here than the yellow light that's downstairs. So I got my Infinity Decks yesterday. They came, actually I got them the day before, but I didn't open them until yesterday because I was going to do the video, and unfortunately I scrapped the video. I got a brick. They came wrapped in cellophane like they all do. There is no seal up here, so you don't have to worry about any type of sticky residue. I really do like the fact that the decks are going without the seals. Every time I used to put like a Masters or a Ghost or a Tiger in my Porper clip, the residue from the seal here would always just wear off on the Porper, and I'd have to pull it out and clean it off after a while. I love the fact that these decks and recent decks as well don't have seals. I think it's the way to go. Okay, now I'm going to try and get in close here. I might actually even spin it around in a few seconds. This is what it looks like nice and close. I'm not sure if you can tell. Let's try to see if we can find an angle that's good here. And I don't think we can. But the words Infinity are embossed. The circle here is, I think it's what they call it is debossing. There's nothing on the sides. Actually, no, I take that back. The United States playing card and the board. Oh, you can see the line right there. That's embossing there. There's a little bit of that on the top. More on here's the Infinity side. A little bit of it on the Infinity side, and then the actual back of the cards. You've got it up here around the border. You can see a little bit of it there throughout the middle. And that's just the box. The cards themselves are not, embossed, debossed, unbossed, deboss. Anything to do with the boss, the cards are just plain cards. When you open it up, you've got the Infinity symbol right here. Get the angle so we don't have any glare. And these lines here along the flap. There we go. These lines here along the flap, they do have some of that embossing as well. If you look on the other side, get the angle right. No, I don't think we're going to get the angle good enough. But you can actually see the imprints in here. The flaps, what's interesting to note is the design of the box continues onto the flaps of the cards, which I think is a first. I didn't actually examine the arcanes or the artifices or anything like that, but this is actually, it's just a nice, neat little touch. It's nice. And then up top you've got some a saying that says "Time discovers truth." And there we go. So that's just what the box looks like. I will be right back. So I just ran downstairs really quickly to get some comparison decks because I don't want to interrupt this while my train of thought is running. And actually, you know what? Let's just spin things around now as well. Okay, so I had to experiment a little with getting my white settings right. Now this is the back of the cards here. As you can see, they do have their white border, which is good because when you take a card, slide it reversed, it pretty much disappeared. Well, there you go. Now it disappears. And that's a good thing. That's what everyone was asking for with the original artifices. The deck out of the box handles nicely. This is the one I opened already and I played with. It's no longer in pristine condition, but it is still in good condition. And here's the faces. It does come with your a double backer, like all the other cards that are out there. It fans nicely. And when I showed you the sheet, again, there was the issue with sorry, it's not an issue, but the redesign of the pips. The spade there, it's got a little bit of a treatment, as does the diamond has some concave treatment. The clubs, and let's find a heart, and there we go. And the heart's just an upside down red spade without that little stick on the bottom. The face cards look nice. Handling wise, I would say it's a new deck of cards. It handles perfectly. It handles exactly as I would expect them to. Let's just say that. As far as feel, now this is where I'm going to get some comparison cards here, okay? And I'm going to do something later as well. So let's pull out a card. Let's make sure it's a regular card for the Tigers. So there's the Tigers. Here's a regular blue Masters, not Masters, regular blue bicycle. And for this one I'm going to get the Ace of Spades. That was it's the only way I'm going to be able to tell the difference between the two. You got a Shadow Masters here. Let's go for this one here. And then we've got a Masters. And you know what? Let's go for the Ace of Spades for this one here. There we go. Okay, now we've got different quality cards here. And one thing when I was looking at this yesterday when I was doing the video, I did notice something. This card, while it does feel substantial, it doesn't feel stiff. However, the Shadow Masters feels stiffer. And I can only attribute that to the amount of ink that's required to print these. You might not think the ink would add that much to it, but frankly, when you're adding this much ink to something, it's going to affect the nature of the product. So the two dark decks feel stiffer and a little bit thicker comparing two white decks. Okay, and I do notice there's a big difference in the feel of the regular bicycle as opposed to the Infinity. And let's see here, I can tell the difference right away just in feel and finish. And the quality of these two feels similar as well. And that does mean, however, let's just package these all up real quick again, is that when you put the decks down all beside each other, and I noticed this yesterday when I was trying to stick some cards into my portrait clips, was that the clips themselves, even though I have larger and smaller ones, the clips themselves didn't take the Infinity Deck as well as I thought it would. I actually had to fight to get the deck back out without destroying it. Now, when I take the Infinity Deck, place it beside a standard bicycle, if I push down hard enough, the Infinity Deck feels just a little bit heavier. I'm going to try not to shake the camera so much. Putting it beside the Masters, the Infinity feels thinner. Whether that's due to box design or not, I have no idea. Putting the Masters beside these two, they feel pretty much the same. So that means when I put them up beside here, these ones here feel thicker. Now, whether or not thinner stock actually means lesser quality, oops, sorry about that, guys. Whether it means lesser quality, I have absolutely no idea. Really, the quality is, to me, superb. I don't notice a difference. Whether in a couple of weeks from now these decks will no longer be usable, I have no idea. I'm fairly gentle with my cards anyway, so they tend to last a long time. What happens usually is the edges here get all mucked up. That's going to happen with any deck of cards. All in all, it's a nice looking deck of cards. Here, let's just go ahead and zoom in. Let's just hold this nice and steady and just like a zoom in. Will it focus? It will focus. Excellent. Will it blend? I have no idea. So like I said, you've got the Infinity around in the circle there. And then if you look closer in here, let's get that focus back. There we go. You can see that you've got the words Infinity further down into the center of that circle as well, which is phenomenal. You've got again the Infinity name there as well as there. Nice little corner treatments there. Nice little touch right on the edges. I kind of like that. All in all, this is a remarkable deck in my opinion. Like, this is fantastic. The level of detail, to me, I did not think or ever dream possible that the level of detail that you would get in the backs of these was possible. I just didn't think it was possible with the way that these cards are printed. That said, though, what do I recommend? Hold on for 1 second. So again, that said, what do I recommend? I will recommend what I've always recommended. If you feel the need to pick up a deck of cards and have them be used for Magic, or if you just want to play with them, by all means, go ahead, pick them up. I don't think you'll be disappointed with the quality or the look or the feel of these cards. I would also say the same with the Blue Masters. I would also say the same with the Shadow Masters, the Tigers. Unfortunately, as far as regular bicycles go, their quality has, I'm not sure if it's improved lately, but it's been a long time since I bought a regular bicycle deck of cards. I have seen really crappy decks of bikes. I've seen really good ones as far as, you know, like regular plain Jane $2.99 deck of cards. Is the quality comparable? I don't think so. These cards to me will always be the redheaded stepchildren, the cards that really, you know, people don't want to use unless they absolutely have to. Like I said, I always use the Red Masters or the Ghosts, or pretty much whatever's within reach. But all of the specialty decks that Ellusionist puts out anyways. I can't really say much about Theory 11 or all those other weird decks that are coming out. It seems that everybody's jumping on the deck bandwagon these days. But I can't comment on those. I can comment on what I know, though. And what I know is that these decks, yes, they are a bit more expensive. Yes, they also last longer. Yes, they're thicker. They have a better finish. They look a bit better in some cases. In some cases, you know, maybe the 1800s aren't suitable for everybody. But my advice will always be this. If you want to, go ahead. Do you have to? Do you really need to have these? No. Like, do you really need anything these days? No, you don't. But again, it's nice to experiment. It's nice to have fun. And if the rumors that I have been told are true, there might be some additional gaff decks or perhaps some additional colors. Don't quote me on that. These are just rumors. We're just waiting to see what's going on as far as demand goes. If you can't wait to make to buy an Invisible Infinity deck, by all means, buy some roughing spray, make your own. The decks are good. They're nice. They handle nicely. They're smooth. They're crisp. They do feel a little thinner. They do fit in my Pauper decks, no problem, as long as you fit them in the right Pauper deck, I might add. Pauper clip, not deck. And so they're definitely a good buy. I think you will not be disappointed. For the price, you know, they're on long par with all the other decks that are out there these days. The quality is there, and the look is there. It's a nice, very nice looking alternative deck to what else is out there. If you don't use gaff decks, gaff cards, or you know, if it's just pure sleight of hand that you do, then by all means, go ahead and get these. I'm sure you will not be disappointed. When I get them, I'll be reviewing some of the LTD decks, comparing them. I'm not sure when I'm getting them though. I'm just waiting for a few more things to happen. And I'm also expecting some more cards from the Conjuring Arts Society down in the States. It seems they're getting in on this as well. I actually browsed their website the other day, and holy crap, they got a shit ton of cards. So I will let you go on that note, and from here on in, as always, I am David Mitchell, My Magic Stuff. You guys have a good Thursday. Enjoy your Black Friday shopping. If you got any leftovers turkey, by all means enjoy that as well. You're going to have more turkey in less than a month, so I hope you guys aren't turkeyed out yet. You guys take care. Have a good weekend. Peace out.